A new virtual gold rush is underway.
You can't help but feel the heat.
Hello YouTube, Ricky here for another tutorial courtesy of Bitcoin Icon, and today we're looking at a website called Mining Rig Rentals. So that's Mining Rig Rentals, and what I'd like you to do is sort of just take a walk through with me on how the website works. I've been using it for the last 24 hours or so. I've rented a few rigs, I've deposited Bitcoin, I've withdrawn Bitcoin, I've pointed rigs, I've contacted rig owners. Everyone's really responsive. I'm quite impressed. I'll show you in a minute. You can see all the rigs that I've rented so far, yeah, I'll take you through exactly what's happening at the moment. So what I've got right now is I've got a rig that I've rented. As you can see, it's 1 terahash, and I've rented this rig. And here's the exciting part. I've rented this rig for 12 hours. And I've only paid 0.034775 Bitcoin, which is amazing. It's really good. I think that's real good value for money. And the cool thing about this is if you point this to a mining pool, like for example CEX, which I've got here, and we open up Ghash, you can see that you are able to mine quite a few coins simultaneously. Now there you can see my pool speed is 1.09 gigahashes, sorry, terahashes. It should be more than that because I've got more gigahashes. For some reason, it's not reporting the full amount. So yeah, I've got 49 gigahashes mining away here, and then I've got another terahash. So I've got 1 terahash and 48 gigahashes mining. And let's jump to 60. It fluctuates, but as you can see here, it sort of jumps up and down. But at the end of the day, there definitely is quite a few there, and then it's gigahash, terahash on the top. And as you can see, I have set my values for difficulty. The difficulty that I've set there, the 35 that I've set there, and the 1 terahash that I've set there, is based on the amount of gigahashes you have. A gigahash for every, the difficulty goes up for every gigahash you have. So if you have a terahash, that would be 1,000. And if you have 35 gigahashes, that would be 35. I'm sure that makes sense, hopefully. If not, let me know, and I'll see if I can take you through how that works in a bit more depth. But essentially, just getting back to the core of what we're doing here, and I'm just switching in between the two because I really think that CEX it's had a lot of stick because of this, the 51% and all this, and it's fair enough. I can understand people would worry about it, but the thing about CEX is that they're a trusted, long-standing cloud mining site that has proven their worth within the industry. I think they have every right to have their position. They're not abusing what they have. I think the amount of functionality you get for the fact that you don't have to pay to join. Yes, they get mining fees, but they're reasonable, and everyone seems to complain, it's a rip-off, it's a rip-off. If you look at the amount of infrastructure and the amount of functionality you have, I think it's pretty decent. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not trying to argue with anyone else that thinks differently. Please don't take my word as scripture. This is purely based on my experience. I've been using CEX since it started, and I can't argue. I can't fault it. Sometimes, obviously, like everywhere, there's certain things that you wish could be better. But as human beings, we're never happy with anything. We always want it to be better. So if I can show you something, these are my free gigahashes. I've got these from CEX. They gave me these for referring users. So I've referred quite a few people because of these videos that I make, and a lot of people have found them helpful, and therefore they've used my referral link. And they've signed up, and I've got, I was lucky enough to get some free gigahashes from CEX for referring people. Now, just to give you an idea, if you look at the maintenance fee, right, in comparison to the actual, the mining payout, it's not that bad. Yes, in some cases it's a bit high, but then still, look at that, and look at that, and then look at that reward there. You know, you're looking at 384. You're looking at 38,542 satoshis. There's 38, 37, 43,000 satoshis there. There, 41. I'm just moving back up. So if we look at, let's go to Doge payouts, right? So here we've got, it's a bit slow. Maybe we should refresh the page. Now let's try that again. Doge payouts, and what I can tell is it's not showing up for some reason, but that's not a problem. What I could do is just take you to the Doge page. You can see I've got 13,000 Doge coins there. I've had 5 Feather coins. Now this is based on the fact that I've got not just the script miner, which is the 1 terahash running, but I also had quite a few script rigs that I've ordered. So let me take you back to this page because I don't want to get you confused, but I'm trying to at the same time pair these two websites together so you can understand how they work together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to click on My Rentals right at the top over here. I'm going to click on My Rentals. And I'm going to show you. So what I've got here is I've got one website that is just one rig that's just not working. It's just not running at the moment because I've not connected it up. But I've still got quite a few hours left, so I'm not too bothered. And I've also, if I show you, I've been in contact with the owner of the rig, who's responded. So that that's always promising when they respond. And if we look at the bottom here, we can see some statistics. You can add up to 5 pools, and you can switch between them at any time. So I've contacted this guy over here, as you can see. I didn't have a problem. There you can see what he says, blah, blah, blah. The pool is working on it. So he's giving me, so I'm going to just copy that just to give you an idea. So there's a good chance for you guys to really sort of get a bird's eye view of how you would set this up. So he's come back to me and he told me this is a pool that I should use. So I'm going to go to that pool there. I'm going to pop that into my browser. I'm just doing this so I can actually access the pool. This is not what you would do when you're trying to mine. Okay, so tradebit.com. Maybe it's because I need to check that out. Let's try that. Nope, let's try it without that. Right. So we can use Tradebit. Here we go. It seems to be the one that's going to work for us. Right, so let's see, X13, there we go, port, that's the port we need for X13. X13 is a different type of coin. For those of you that don't know, with this you can mine different types of coins. Let's see what we need to do. FAQs, oh, getting started. Here we go. Wait for that to load. Blah, 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 blah. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly register here. Now, you wouldn't need to normally do this unless you want to mine X13 coins. Okay, X13 is the algorithm. So you get script coins, which is not Bitcoin. Script coins are Dogecoin, Litecoin, Tittycoin, all those types of coins. Those are script coins. They run on a script proof of work. And then you've got Inscript, and you've got a few others. You've got X11. Now, X13 is the miner that I ordered. While playing around, I wanted to see what each and every option was. I tried to get each of these, and X13 I just couldn't get it to work because I just couldn't find a pool for some reason. They seem to be, it's quite a new proof of work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go, oops, let's do that, let's do that, let's send an email, let's do that, again, oh, that's handy. And then let's try, oops, that's what we do. Right, let's create an account. Might have to verify, right, okay, no verify, that's good. Let's try and see if we can log in. Right, we're in. That was easy enough. Okay, so first thing we have to do once we're into a mining, a pool mining platform is we need to create workers. So we're going to create a worker here. This is for X13, by the way, okay? Don't get that confused. So I'm going to say, I'm going to call this X13, and the password will be X. I'm going to create that. Now, for the purpose of this video, and just so you guys know, I mean, if anyone, no one could really steal this information. If they did, all they could do is mine for me. If you want to, thank you very much. No problem. Go ahead. Right. So take that. Go over to my mining site. I'm going to click on. Now, don't forget what I've done here is I've gone to my rentals because I've already rented this rig. Remember that. I'm going to show you how to rent a rig, the whole process. But for now, I'm going to show you this on this video. I'm going to show you this part here. So let's go to this rig that's not running. As you can see, there's no worker in there. The rig's running at the moment, as you can see, but it's not running on any of my workers. So I'm going to click on that, and this will open up to reveal the page for this rig. And now we can see you see the hash rate's 12 mega hashes. It's not bad. I've got it for 24 hours. I'm going to add a pool. Okay, so first thing I'm going to add is, because I've already got it copied, is my username. And then I need to copy I need port 5, I remember that, port 5550. And then we'll go to getting started. We should find the URL that we need. Right, so here we go. Which one should we use? Old. Let's go for EU. We want a server that's going to work quickly. Let's go for EU1. And then don't forget we need port 5550, but we're going to add that at the end of the URL. So the idea is to put in that address, colon, 2 dots, right, next to the @ sign on some keyboards, and maybe if you're close to the enter key on other keyboards. So 5550 after that, that's the port, oops, 555. Right, and then, if I'm not mistaken, I'll go back to my worker. I forgot to take a note of the password, but I'm pretty sure it was just an X, yes. We put an X in there. With a small X or a big X? Looks like a small X. Yep, small X, I think. Right. Oops, all over the place. Right. Now, once you save, the cool thing about this is it will tell you there's a problem. The site will tell you there's an issue connecting to the miner or the server. There's, so when I click save, if there's a problem, it won't save. Sometimes it does save. You'll get a little green sign over here to tell you the miner's running. Let's give it some time. Let's try refreshing the page. Okay, it still doesn't seem to be running. I might be doing something wrong. X13, port 5550. Let's double check. So there's a little edit button here. We'll click on that. And from what I can tell, we've not done anything wrong. I'll just make it a capital X just in case. Everything seems fine. Now let's try that again. I'll refresh that. And there we go. So we were missing the capital X. So as you can see, this miner is now hashing. And if we go down to the statistics, we will see if I click on 1 hour, we are hashing. Okay, so it's just started. So it's just sort of picking up pace, if you will. If we go to the pool, we should see some results here. Let's go to statistics. Okay, so the miner is just kicked in. So what I'll do is I'll click on dashboard. Let me just see, maybe there's some other stuff I haven't done. I've just sort of gone into it blindly, thinking I know what's happening. Right, here we go. Right, so here we've got some hashing going on. Bitcoin, mega hashes, all sorts of things happening over here. It's a bit confusing if you don't really know what's happening. This is the first time I'm on the site. Probably should have had a look at it before I made the video, but hey, what do you do, hey? Right, so I can't really tell whether it's mining or not because the graph doesn't seem to be active. It might just be that it's not kicked in yet. It does happen sometimes. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's give it some time. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the process. Now, I am going to click on... Actually, I'm going to go to the site. Let's go to home, first of all. So when you first land on this website, you will land on the registration page. Okay? Now, what I'd like you to do is register, put in all the information that you need to make sure you enter the information accurately, especially your email address, and then obviously you've got to verify your email. So make sure you have your email account open, and that makes life easier for you. Then you need to figure out what kind of coins you want to mine. Now, what I would suggest you do is mine the most profitable coin. Now, at the moment, I find that SHA-256 is not as profitable because you've got to, Bitcoin's quite a, the difficulty is quite high. So I would go for script, and I'm going to click on script here for the purpose of the tutorial, and I'm going to buy a script miner. Now, I'm going to go for, it doesn't really need to be filtered, but the first thing I want to do is I want the most effective rig. So I'm going to click on the word hash rate over here, right here, which is going to sort everything, and then I'll click on it again because I would like the highest to be on the top right now. Now what we can see here is that we've got a 244 mega hash miner, script miner. This is for mining Dogecoins, Litecoins, any script coin that run on the script algorithm. Okay, so let's see, maybe that's a bit too high. I don't want to spend that much on a script miner because I've got another miner running. So let's go to, let's see what we can do. Let's go for this here. So we're going to run 81 mega hashes. Okay, so now before I can rent this, now I mean the reason I'm opening this is I'll probably just sort of overshot the mark a little bit. What I'd like to do is show you, this is the graph, so you can see what the miner's doing, and at the same time you can see where the miner is. You can see how much power you're going to get from this, and the available days. You can rent from 3 to 24 hours. So if I go 3, you can see how much Bitcoin I'm going to have to spend to be able to rent it for 3 hours. I'm going to rent it for 3 hours for the purpose of this tutorial. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video while I actually, no, I'm not going to pause the video just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on, you see this little section over here? I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to fund my balance because I've transferred the balance out so I could use it to mine coins on a different platform. If you haven't seen my video on Script CC, have a look at that video, Cloud Mining with Script CC. That video will show you a very profitable way of buying killer hashes on Script CC. I've got a link there as well and a video to show you how to do everything. Obviously, if you feel the video is helpful, use the link. So as you can see down here, this is my unique address. This is where I send my Bitcoin to, right here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm quickly going to pause the video. I'm going to fund this account as soon as the money, the Bitcoins appear into this pending balance, into the pending balance. I will then resume the video and we'll take it from there. Just give me a moment. Okay, so as you can see here, the Bitcoin has been successfully verified, or the confirmations have been put through. So the balance is now reflecting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to script rigs right there on the top left, and I'm going to choose the most profitable, or the most profitable route that I can find. I'll click on hash rate, and I'm going to click on it once more. So we can see here we've got 244 mega hashes. I don't have enough Bitcoin in my balance for the purpose of this video to be able to take that, so I'm going to go with whatever I have. Got 292, so I need something in that region. So let's have a look here. 029. I can take this. No, I can't take that. I can take 80 mega hashes for 3 hours. That should do the trick. Let's try that. Click on rent now. And we can see there's a description. It says it's very stable, A2 terminator, 90 mega hash rig. Actual speed will be 75 to 85 mega hashes based on personal experience. Gaps you may see in hash history are when the miner is not working at mining. Like I said, when they've got it hosted somewhere else. Let's check the last hour. Okay, so it looks like it has been, it is down at the moment. Not sure if it's a good idea to take it with some. They are quite good with responding really quickly, these guys. So I suppose I could send them a message, but I'm going to take the chance, and I'm going to rent the rig for 3 hours, which is 0.027. Let's see if I can do 3.5. Is it possible? Yeah, it is, but obviously. Let's go 2, 293, 292. There's no point really. Let's do it anyway. I'll click on that. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to point my miner to cex.io. They've got a multipool, quite a good one, and it operates quite a lot of different, it mines quite a lot of different coins simultaneously. Like if I go to Ghash, I will put the links to this website in the description as well. So if you don't have a CX account, very good website. I've been using it for a very long time. I'd highly recommend it. Again, they've got a lot of stick because of this 51% stuff. But, at the end of the day, they are a good website. They are trusted, and that's what's important. It's the element of trust within the crypto community. There's been a lot of mistrust, distrust, and hackings and so on. So I would say you should go for this website. And I'm looking at this section here. I need to copy that. So I'm going to name this worker. I don't know, it could be anything. Let's call it worker 24, just in case, because I haven't named any other workers. Worker 24. Let's call it 28, just in case. No password necessary. It varies depending on the actual pool, but as you can see there, password empty right there. Make sure you keep that in mind. And I'm going to click save. Now you can see, if I click on, oops, it's refreshing. Normally you should see this green arrow here, indicating immediately, right, started hashing, right, so the rig's hashing. Brilliant. Let's check the 1 hour rating. Yeah, we're good. Now if I move to Ghash, you will see, let me try refreshing this page. Here we go, instantly, literally instantly, the hash rate started climbing. I'm on the multipool, as you can see there. This is the button I click. I'll click it again just in case. I'm on the multipool, and the hash rate's starting to increase already. Now I need to click on workers, and I need to change the difficulty, the stratum difficulty for this worker. As you can see, worker 28. That's it right there. We go back there, and I'm going to check 80 mega hashes. So for every mega hash, the difficulty should be the value of 1 for every mega hash, which means that this difficulty should be, correct, 80. Pop that in there. Now you will see that this will increase. Again, you see it's starting to go up a lot higher based on the actual value. Now you can see here we've had I've used different miners and we've been mining quite a bit. You can see worker 1, worker 3, worker 1, worker 12. Excuse me. So now we've got worker 28. That's about to kick in. And I think what this means is that these workers here, they actually still have some coins that are being processed within those blocks, or the proof of work has still not come through. They're not being verified. So that's why they're still showing up in these little green boxes. And it's also the day, how much mega hashes I was mining at for the day on this particular worker. I may be wrong on the mining mega hashes or how much coins is still left to confirm, but it seems as though that's how it works. CEX can be a little bit confusing because they don't really give you any type of tutorials on how their website actually functions, which is why I decided to make these videos in the first place. So here we are, back to what I was talking about initially. I've got, all right, so hashing is done in 3.1 hours. Now if I go to my rentals, I now should see 3 rentals. Yep, there we go. I've got 1 terahash, which is running on Ghash as well, which is CEX. I've got 12 megahashes running on the X13 site, which I accidentally closed. Let me see if I can bring that up. It's called, let me open up my Trade My Bit, I think it's called. Yep, there we are. Okay. It's a 0.5% mining fee, which is not bad. It's pretty decent. Dashboard. And there's my hash rate on the top. That's what I was trying to see. Okay, so there's the hash rate there, right there, 12.4 mega hashes. And I have been mining. Let's see what I've been mining. Earnings. These are coins that have been earning confirmed balances. These are all X3 coins. Estimated current Bitcoin value. It's not bad really, but I mean that's based on the current value. These coins are most of them are fairly new as well. 24-hour earnings of 21, estimated 24. That's not bad. I mean, I'm happy with that. If I go to the dashboard, hopefully they'll be able to see a bit more of an overview. And actually, it's not overview. Let's see. Oh, settings. There we go. Payouts. This is where we'll see the balances. I'm going to end this video shortly because I've been going on for too long on this video. I'll do another video where I'll cover some information. By all means, just leave comments explaining what you want me to show you or what you weren't sure about, and we're going to have to cover that for you. Okay, so here we have the balance. Now, a lot of these coins I am unaware of. I've not heard of them before. We've got those there. We've got that there. I'm mining them because they're new, and sometimes you could just all of a sudden these coins could just spiral out of control and become worth quite a bit. So we've got obviously we know what 42 coin is. Yeah, that seems to be, there's not many coins that's actually been mined, but then this miner has been running for that long, as you guys know. Oh, so that's it, guys. And another thing I think is very important is that, what you could do is, if you go to favorite pools, just like I've done, and I've given you, actually it's not favorite pools, my bad, settings. And just as I've done, you could invite someone to join, and you could use your referral link. And people have this hatred against referral links, but by all means, if you like the video and you've learned from what I've presented today, then by all means click on the link. And if not, by all means go to the actual URL, search it in your site, and you can do it that way. The only reason I would give you my URL to click on is because I would get 1% from mining rigs rentals for referring you, and I would appreciate it if you did. I would also appreciate it if you subscribed and liked and shared this video with a friend. And I'll see you on the next video. It's Ricky for Bitcoin Icon, and thank you very much. Thank you for watching.